Hi everyone, good evening. Welcome to Live at 5. It's Friday. I am here. Greetings from the Conager Beach here in Onranga, West Waterford. The tide is out, but it's still beautiful. And it's such a warm day today. Isn't it great when the sun is out? We've got a great little country. I'd like to share two stories with you. It's in relation to rental properties. Hi Martina, hi Alan, thanks for watching. We received a call to the office yesterday from this really nice lady who's bought a 3-bedroom house in Dungarvan and she's planning on renting it out. So she said, Regina, I will probably rent it to a family member first and then we'll probably rent it out down the line. Will you send me on your terms? I said, sure, of course I will. And I said, are you aware that Dungarvan isn't in the rent pressure zone yet? And she said, what's that? So for any landlords listening, it's really worth Googling RPZ, that's rent pressure zone. Now Waterford is in the rent pressure zone, but Dungarvan isn't as yet. And I think it's very likely that this will be extended to Dungarvan. What does it mean? It means that when the rent pressure zone was announced, it came in overnight and it's very immediate. It means that landlords renting their properties can only increase rent per annum by 4%. So if your rent is 500 euros and it's below market value and it's meant to be 800 euros because you've got your brother, sister or cousin in it, you can still only increase the rent by 4%. And this is really important for landlords. And tenants need to understand as well that if people are buying property as an investment, it has to make financial sense, because if it doesn't make financial sense, then they won't stay in the market. Simple as. And at the moment, our stock levels, hi Dots, thanks for watching, and Loretta, our stock levels are at seriously crisis level. There's little to nothing to rent. It's really bad in Waterford and it's even worse in Dungarvan. So we need to keep our landlords in the market, and we need to keep, we need to keep things running within the legal system. So a landlord who's renting a property for the first time, if the property has been vacant for 2 years or is not in a rent pressure zone, then you charge the market rent. Okay? And I know that's a bit of a bitter pill for some tenants because the rents are rising, but the rents are still considerably lower in County Waterford than they are in other cities. Now, if the government was to look at a win-win system for tenants and landlords, that would be better, whereby there is a better tax treatment of landlords. I know this is a very unpopular topic and people are afraid to speak about it. But if we don't have landlords supplying the market, then we have a bigger rental crisis than we have right now. And landlords currently pay in the region of 50% of their income on tax. So if the rent is €1,000, they're probably ending up with a little under 500 euros a month, and they've got to service either a loan or obviously they want to make money on it because that's the purpose of owning it. And often there's a lot of people who are using the income towards their pension. And there's people walking past here now. I'm conscious not to get them on the camera. So, and then I had another lady speak to me who said that she has a tenant who's a fixed contract. It's 12 months and she'll probably give them notice because they're not taking care of the apartment. Well, if a tenant is in a property over 6 months, they're entitled to stay there over 6 years. Unless they're in breach of the terms significantly, or if the owner is selling the property or family member is moving in, and the landlord needs an affidavit from a solicitor to state that. So renting is a business and has to be taken seriously. And if anybody wants to know what their rights are, whether you're a landlord or a tenant, the RTB website is a really good resource. There's a lot of very valuable information on it. And hi Vaughn, thanks for watching. And as I said, the rent pressure zone, right now most areas in Waterford fall within that. And I think the government are talking about reducing the 4% annually. So we'll see what happens. And there is nothing better than a quality tenant for a landlord. It isn't always about maxing out the rent. Having a great tenant who will pay their rent and look after the property, they're worth their weight in gold. So I hope you found this helpful. Have a lovely weekend. Take care, slán go fóill.